By the last quarter of the 19th century, towns, hamlets, and farms in Grey Highlands had left their rough pioneer years behind. Life could still be tough, but people looked for a few luxuries in life, and they sought out opportunities for artistic and literary expression. One art form that brought luxury and artistry together for women in Grey Highlands at the time was the millinery art, the art of hat design and decoration. Women with extra money in their purses could buy hats locally based on the latest styles from Paris, London, and New York. But even women of more modest means could add a few new fashionable decorations to last year's hat to brighten spring and autumn days. Millinery was good business, too. By the late 19th century, Markdale and Flesherton each had general stores that had developed into what came to be called department stores. The F.T. Hill and W.J. McFarland stores in Markdale were department stores that boasted about the breadth of their stock and the personal attention they gave to their lady customers. In Flesherton, M.K. Richardson's store, later operated as Boyd Hickling and Company, and F.G. Carsted's store filled the same role. Each of these stores had a millinery department and 2 millinery seasons, one in the spring and one in the fall. The spring season was the most important since it brought color to winter-weary women. As one woman wrote in the Markdale Standard in April 1900,
"With a chill in my heart and little wind-swept icebergs floating through my brain, last Saturday evening I wandered into McFarland and Company's palatial department store. In a flash, the chill vanished and the bergs melted away. The warmth and dazzling light and brightness within was as quieting to one's disjointed nerves as one might experience from the soothing glow of a Mediterranean summer sun."
The millinery seasons were more than a chance for the men owning the stores to make money. They were also one of the few opportunities available to women to pursue an art form while also drawing a salary. These were the milliners, usually women from other parts of the province, who came to Flesherton and Markdale during the spring and fall seasons to practice their art with help from local millinery assistants. Their arrival was much heralded in the local newspapers, the Flesherton Advance and the Markdale Standard. Both papers made money from millinery ads from their local stores, ads that touted how fashionable their high-class hats were, while pointing out that something was for sale for every purse, big or small. The papers added to the buzz in their communities by writing glowing reviews of the season's latest creations in each store.
The many visitors at this establishment and the delight expressed on all sides by the sightseers augurs well for a good season's trade for this enterprising firm. Miss Stein is again in charge of this department, and with the assistance of her efficient staff, had on display a gay profusion of millinery goods and patterns, covering a wide range of novelties. The striking feature of this season's millinery is the extensive use of fruits and flowers, which are reproduced with a fidelity to nature that is amazing. The small fruits, such as berries and grapes, are exceedingly handsome. Feathers still retain an important place in the decoration of headwear, and many charming designs have feathers and stiff ospreys for their chief features. In colors, pink and all the rose and geranium tones promises to be very popular, while the forget-me-not blue is a great favorite.
Sometimes even more modest stores got into the millinery business. The little general store in the hamlet of Port Law, for instance.
Flesherton Advance, April 23, 1908. The last 3 days of last week were gala days in Port Law, it being the occasion of Miss Osborne's millinery opening. Your scribe had not the privilege of making a personal inspection and passing expert judgment. The ladies, and they are the best judges, unanimously pronounced the display as simply superb, all the latest styles being there in profusion. Miss Osborne has exquisined. She well merits the praise being lavished upon her product by the many admirers of her first display.
The importance of millinery work as an art form and as an occupational option for women has been discounted, even laughed at, in a world in which hats no longer hold pride of place. Hats seldom survive the way paintings and sculpture survive. Who knows, in a trunk in your attic or spare room, you may have a hat that was once the prized possession of a relative. If you do, cherish it and preserve it, or donate it to your local museum. It's more than a hat, it's a woman's work of art.